Hi everyone, my name is Anita Ladhani. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and an energy practitioner. And I know I've done several videos on the word of the year, and I actually announced that my word of the year was triumphant, and boy, did that backfire. And thank God I recognized it pretty quick. So this is what I did wrong. So the word of the year, for those of you who don't know, is a practice that I've been doing for many, many years now, and I've been encouraging a lot of you to do it, is to go ahead and pick a word whose energy you want to attract into your life. So it's one word that you want to bring into your life. So but be very careful what that word is, because the word of the year. So, for example, my word of the years in the past have been what was it? Miracle, prosper, open, silence, flourish. And so I thought my word of the year, I thought triumphant would be a good word of the year. But what I did wrong was I assumed I knew the meaning of triumphant. I assumed it meant to really just, triumph, to be successful, right? And so I said, okay, that's my word of the year. And I thought that'd be a good word of the year. And I said, I want to be triumphant in my personal life. Because then what you do is once you pick it, you're supposed to go and look up the definition, which yours truly didn't do, which is what I did wrong. But I assumed I knew the definition. And then I wrote up how I wanted that word to play out in my life, in all the different areas of my life. Well, what started to happen, so let me tell you what the actual meaning of triumphant is. The meaning of triumphant is to overcome obstacles and then to be triumphant, right? So that meant that life started throwing obstacles in my way, and I was having to go through a lot of turmoil, a lot of tears, a lot of sort of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of, resentment, and then to come to peace with that and be like, okay, fine, and then triumph over that. And yesterday I finally looked up the word and I said, what does triumphant mean? And I'm like, oh my God, no wonder I'm attracting that energy into my life. I don't want that. What I want is abundance. So I said, okay, before I pick abundance, let me go look up what abundance means. So I went and looked up abundance, and abundance was exactly what I thought it was, thank God, was prosperity, financial, not just material, not just financial, but just abundance of love, overflowing of love, overflowing of joy. So then I defined in my word of the year, my year-end reflections, I wrote out the definition according to Merriam-Webster. And then I did some work on how I wanted the word of abundance, the energy of abundance to show up into my life, how I wanted to be abundant in love, joy, happiness, respect, success, within my relationships with my family, my boys, my loved ones, my friends, my coworkers, my clients, how I wanted that word abundance to show up in the lives of the people I loved, how I wanted my boys to be abundant in self-confidence, in success, in their connection with God, in everything. So I kind of spelt it out. And then I went back and I reflected on all my goals and my to-dos for this year. And I had actually done this practice end of November. I kind of got a jump start on it. So, and it was really cool because when I went to a few weeks later, mid-December, to review my list, I was just blown away that a lot of the things I had written down for my to-dos that I wanted to accomplish in 2019 had already happened in 2018. And so I was like, whoa, time to dream bigger, time to, be just outrageous in what I want because it's coming. So why not? So for example, the website, my personal website, www.anitaladhani.com, I had bought the domain, but I was so busy with everything else going on, with the retreat and with everything else, I didn't think I was going to have a chance to really build it or have it go live until I was thinking maybe March, April after I did my retreat. And all of a sudden, it's done. It's already up and running. I wasn't planning on getting an office space for my private practice because I've been doing a lot of my work on FaceTime, or just meeting people in their homes and doing it that way. And next thing you know, I have an office space, and I'm like, and it's in my budget. And again, that was not supposed to happen till whenever next year. And there was a couple other things that I was just very, very surprised about that I didn't even realize that I had put on my list. So then I sat and I said, okay, dream bigger. You know, it's if God is blessing me with the manifestation of my desires and my dreams and my goals, and I want abundance, so then, you know, so I encourage you to do the same. Be clear, be very clear and mindful of what you pick. I've talked about how I have a friend, you know, very dear friend, coworker, supervisor, who picked the word brave as her word of the year last year, and I told her, I don't know if you should pick that word, and she didn't listen. You know, she wanted to be brave, and I remember her telling me at the end of the year when we talked about picking another word, she said, you know, you were right. I shouldn't have picked brave because the cancer came back and there was an accident. You know, her husband had an accident. There was just a lot of you know, challenges that then demanded and needed her to be brave. So she got to be brave, but through adversity, right? And I don't know what her word of the year is now, but I know it was something we were having lunch or dinner the last couple of weeks ago, and the word of the year was joy or love or something, and I thought, yes, awesome, great job. That's the way you pick a word of the year, something positive, something that you want more of. You know, don't make it hard on yourself. You're gonna get challenged anyways. I hope this has been helpful. Please make sure you pick a word of the year. Do your homework. Do the research, and if you have a chance, share with me. You know, so my word of the year is abundance, and we'll see how it plays out. Take care. Love and light. Bye bye.